those of you who are visiting us, they say Hollywood is the entertainment capital of the world, but entertainment can come from any place. And tonight's most entertaining story comes all the way from Crockett County, Tennessee, where one of the 1,000-pound sisters from TLC was arrested after she said she was bitten by a camel. That's right. 500 of the 1,000-pound sisters, Amy, is facing child endangerment and drug possession charges after she was arrested at the Tennessee Safari Park in Alamo. It's a drive-through zoo, which are the best ones, by the way. And the story says Amy was bitten on the arm by a camel, though the camel's attorney disputes that. Either way, the cops came, and when they got to Amy's car, deputies were immediately overtaken by suspicious odors coming from the guest's vehicle, which the officers identified as magic mushrooms and cannabis, which is a remarkable... Do you have any idea how much your car has to smell for the cops to notice it at a zoo full of camels? And maybe the craziest part of the whole thing is somehow this didn't happen in Florida. It was in Tennessee. But can you imagine being the producer of a 1,000-pound sister show and a camel tries to eat your star? Let me tell you something. If they didn't have a camera crew on hand to shoot that, TLC will be hearing from my lawyers. And then, across the ocean, we have the breakout star of the Olympic breakdancing competition, Raygun, the Australian popper and locker who took the world by storm in Paris this summer, today issued an official apology to the breakdance community for the backlash her performance caused, which I think is unnecessary. I mean, besides Ozone and Turbo, this Raygun's the only breakdancer I ever heard of. To me, she was the best part of the whole Olympics. This poor woman got so much criticism. I don't think people realize. Do you have any idea how much harder it is to make the Olympic team when you're bad at your sport? It's almost impossible. I say good for Raygun. And speaking of accomplished dancers, Donald Trump, Ronald Reagan, if you will, has not yet issued an apology to any of the artists whose music he's been playing at his rallies without permission. A number of musicians, including Rihanna and the Rolling Stones, sent Trump a cease and desist. They said, stop playing our songs. A judge yesterday ordered him to stop playing the song Hold On, I'm Coming at his rallies. He can still play it with his porn stars, but the rallies... No, and so the estate of Isaac Hayes, who co-wrote the song, filed suit. Isaac Hayes' children don't want their music associated with Donald Trump, whereas Kamala Harris gets to play pretty much whatever she likes, even Beyonce. That's Freedom. That's her official campaign song. Beyonce allowed her to use it, while poor Donald Trump, all he's left with is this. Well, I can think of no two words that describe the Trump presidency more precisely than fish heads. But paying out penalties for music royalties is the least of Trump's legal troubles. Last week, he got hit with what they call a superseding indictment in the case related to his attempts to overturn the election. Special counsel Jack Smith was forced to refile his case after our Supreme Court ruled that Trump's so-called official acts as president are immune from prosecution. Prosecuting Trump, it's like painting the Golden Gate Bridge. As soon as you finish, you have to start all over again. The court ruled that, according to the Constitution, when you're president, they let you do it. You can do anything. You can grab them by the top secret documents. You don't even have to ask. Jack Smith, though, pulled a rabbit out of his hat and filed again. And last night, Trump waived his right to attend the arraignment in person, which, I don't know, I think it's very disappointing. I was looking forward to more courtroom sketches of him sleep farting for 3 months. But what a crazy time for Donald Trump. I mean, a year from now, he will either be president of the United States or president of the Rikers Island putting with a meatball team. Donnie Dum Dum has been pleading his case to anyone who will point a microphone at him lately, including a Russian-American podcast host named Lex Fridman, who had an interesting question about Trump's friend Jeffrey Epstein.
There's a moment where you had some hesitation about Epstein, releasing some of the documents on Epstein. Why the hesitation?
I don't think I mean, I'm not involved. I never went to his island, fortunately. but a lot of people did. But fortunately, I was not one of them.
Am I nuts, or does he sound disappointed that he was... Yeah, unfortunately, he came really close, wanted to go, heard it was a lot of fun. Fortunately, I couldn't make my schedule work out. Trump right now is in a tailspin. Kamala is now leading. Even in the right-leaning polls, she's leading, and she's up especially bigly with young voters. According to the latest NBC News poll, 50% of voters from Gen Z support Harris, whereas only a third prefer Donald Trump. The rest are voting for Skibbity Toilet or something. I don't know what that is, but despite the fact that Trump now has the full support of his mentally ill former third-party opponent, Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
I don't think that Vice President Harris is a worthy president of this country. I think we need to have a president who can give an interview, who can articulate a vision, who can put together an English sentence.
You know what? The human phlegm ball is right. We do need a president who can put together an English sentence. We need a president who can put together an English sentence like this guy.
Democrats decided to shield and shelter criminal... In Venezuela, did you just see Maduro? Venezuela.
We see this spirit in the men and women who selfless as it.
We have made America strong again. The Hamas terrorist invasion. When they gaze upon Yosemites.
You know, we just set another stock rocket.
Remember when other countries said, we don't want you to put defensive missions?
The state of California passed an outrageous law declaring their whole state to be a sanctuary.
Our army manned the air. It ran the ramparts.
Hurrah, MAGA. MAGA, MAGA. We're gonna kick MAGA.
God bless the United States.
The only sentence Donald Trump can put together is the prison sentence. The other big drama in Trump world today is someone hacked the Twitter accounts of Lara and Tiffany Trump. Somebody got on their accounts and attempted to direct Trump fans to a crypto scheme. Eric Trump had to sound the alarm. He wrote, "This is a scam. Lara, Leah Trump, and Tiffany A. Trump's Twitter profiles have been compromised." It's funny because the words "this is a scam" could be the first sentence for everything Eric has ever posted, but they want you to know, do not be fooled by hackers. The only officially sanctioned crypto scams. Now I'm like him. You know what? That's karma. That's why I'm not going to be president. Weirdly, the big winner of this election campaign so far is Joe Biden. Joe Biden's approval ratings are skyrocketing. According to a poll from USA Today, the president's approval rating is up 7 points to 48%. The last time Joe had an approval rating this high was when he signed the Declaration of Independence. But it's, you know what? It's a good lesson. All you have to do to get people to like you more is stop running for president. I mean, they didn't make a movie about Ferris Bueller's Day On. Sometimes I forget Joe Biden is even still the president. Over the weekend, our commander in Thirst Trap was at the beach showing off the Bide Bod, and I don't blame him. It's very hot here in L.A., too. It's over 100 degrees in the valley today. So we sent our news team to the beach today, to Santa Monica, where they filed this very special report, tonight's late summer heat wave edition of Breaking the News.
Breaking the news! Beach edition! God!
The beach, LA's litter box, the sandy stinkhole, the sea of debris, the used condom coastline. Whatever you call it, there's no reason to be here unless you're a dead porpoise or a clueless tourist. Where you from?
Germany.
See?
Tonight.
Six packs and fanny packs? Why, some sexy seniors don't know when to quit. I sit down with Robert Blake's old stunt double tonight. Looking good.
Thank you.
News alert.
The Olympics are over. I said the Olympics are over. Why, this show-off can't let it go.
Disqualified.
The beach bathroom, why it's still the hottest spot in town for the village people. Tonight,
Forgot to flush.
here's something you never like to see at the beach. Old ladies without enough sun protection. Here you go. Let me get you. Let me get you. Let me get you. Let me touch your body.
Reasonable request.
Protecting your outside from the inside. Edible sunblock. It's effective, but is it delicious? We try it. No.
Money shot.
Shark! 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 And other things you should never yell at the beach. Tonight,
False alarm.
beach football players. Are they just as susceptible to CTE injuries? We find out. Let me ask you a question. Bob has 5 ducks. He gives 2 of them to his friend Lucy, who already has 3 ducks, so she gives 1 back to Bob. Bob turns around and gives his friend Neil 4 ducks. Neil gives him back 3 ducks for every duck that he gave him. How many ducks does Bob have?
3.
The sad truth tonight.
7 ducks.
Spreading your loved one's ashes at the beach. A lovely tribute, but does it bother other bathers? We find out tonight with the help of our late weatherman, Austin Showers. You're always with us, Austin.
Sunny and 75 again today. My heart. Myocardial infarction.
Catching a football next to a couple beach blanket beauties. Why, experts say this move still works. My full report tomorrow morning.
This is really happening.
Oh, it's happening.
Oh my God.
It happened.